2 hours and 46 minutes. That's how long.
What is up, guys? Back at Delhi Airport again. The flight today is going to take me from Delhi to Istanbul. And it's going to be on board, damn it, the Delhi to Istanbul leg is going to be on board their 777. And then the Istanbul to Los Angeles is going to be on board their 787 Dreamliner. So I'm excited to check out both their flights and see how it goes. Anyways, let's go in, get checked in. And we have done an airport or scareport for this airport already. So we won't do an airport and scareport, but we'll do something else. Anyways, let's get inside.
So I made my way inside Terminal 3 to get checked in for today's flight. The first stop was to see where the check-in desk would be.
Alright, so I have to go to row L to get checked in.
I then proceeded to row L, and once again, we were faced with a long line at the check-in counter.
Alright, so the line is pretty long, kind of similar to that Emirates line. All the way from here, going all the way there, and then there. Long check-in lines at the Indira Gandhi International Airport. Seems like a usual thing. Anyways, hopefully it doesn't take an hour and a half like it did last time. Or maybe it does. I don't know. We'll find out in a bit. Let's see.
So I waited in line, and just as I thought I got closer to the check-in counters, I was approached by a Turkish Airlines representative and given some bad news.
Alright, so that line that I was standing in was the line for people who have done the web check-in. I haven't.
And here was the line for the people who had not done the web check-in.
Alright, so this line goes all the way there, turns around, and then goes that way. Oh, drop the bag! This is gonna be fun.
It was not fun. It was quite literally the opposite of fun.
So if you are traveling from the Indira Gandhi International Airport here in Delhi, taking any international flight, just do the online check-in. Just get it done. I'm not saying it's going to be faster overall, but it's definitely going to be faster than not doing the online check-in. It's been about an hour now, and I think I'm almost halfway through the line. Anyways, let's just wait. I tried to do the online check-in, so maybe I can get into the other line, but that didn't go too well either. It keeps getting stuck at one of the steps, which sucks. So all I can do is wait in line here and wait for the next available agent.
As I waited in this very slow-moving line, my only consolation was that there were still quite a lot of people behind, meaning I wouldn't be one of the last ones to check in. Anyways, the wait continued. The line eventually shortened, and I could finally see the check-in counters.
Alright, so it's been it's been exactly 2 hours since I got in line, and we're almost by the counter.
After another 20 minutes of waiting, I finally made my way to a check-in counter and proceeded to check in.
Woo! That took 2 hours and 20 minutes. 2 hours and 20 minutes exactly. I got in the line at 3:02. Right now it's 5:22. Anyways, got checked in, got the boarding passes, and now let's make our way through security. Alright, so got here to the airport at 3 a.m. and just got through check-in and security, and right now it's 5:46 a.m. 2 hours and 45 minutes essentially to get through check-in and security. Crazy. Anyways, according to the boarding pass, the boarding time for the flight is at 5:30, so that means boarding should have started. So let's go to the gate. So we've already done an airport or scareport for this airport, and we spoke about the history of the airport, a little bit about it, how they changed the name to its current name. Today I just wanted to add a couple of things to that as I make my way to the gates. So this airport used to be called Balam Airport. It was operated as an Air Force base for quite some time, up until 2009, 2010, till Terminal 3 was built. Terminal 2 used to be the international airport. If you want to check out more about the Terminal 2 at the Delhi airport, check out the video I have on Go First Air. I do an episode of Airport or Scareport about Terminal 2. Anyways, looks like I'm at the gate here.
Boarding had not started yet, but given that there were a lot of people in line behind me waiting to check in, I doubt that everyone was checked in for the flight. Anyways, at this point, there was a pretty interesting announcement made for our flight.
I wish I was taking a video of that, but some guy called Michael Jackson is requested to contact Turkish Airlines staff.
Although I would have loved to hang out and meet this Michael Jackson, it was boarding time for the Turkish Airlines flight that would take us to Istanbul. I'm not sure why, but boarding is always a chaos at Delhi airport. No one ever lines up, making everything rather cumbersome. As we've seen in previous videos, it's not like this all over India. It's just the airports in Delhi and Mumbai. Anyways, zones were called, but since everyone was bunched up, it was hard to understand what zone was boarding. Eventually, I made my way through and made my way towards the 777 that would take us to Istanbul. The seat on board this Turkish Airlines 777, although well padded, was on the tighter side. The knee space wasn't great, and neither was the legroom. The seatback pocket contained the safety information card and an air sickness bag. Fixtures on the seat included an entertainment system, a USB charging port, a coat hook, and the entertainment system remote. The seatback tray was a foldable one that could be pulled in closer if necessary. Staged at every seat was a headset, a blanket, and a pillow. The overhead panels on board this 777 housed individual reading lights, but just like the Etihad 777, there were no individual AC vents. There was also a recline button and headphones jack located on the armrest. Universal power outlets were also available under every seat. Overall, the cabin had a very relaxing feel with the mood lights, and had a very similar feel to the Etihad 777, but offered a lot less space at the seat compared to Etihad and also Emirates. It was then time to make our way out of Delhi towards Istanbul. Shortly after takeoff, we were handed out amenity kits, which consisted of an eye mask, earplugs, and a pair of socks. I was surprised to see amenity kits handed out in economy class for this 6-hour flight. At the time of booking, I pre-selected the vegetarian option, which consisted of a salad, yogurt for dessert, and a bottle of water. Although there was jam and butter, there was no bread handed out with the tray. The utensils were all silverware. A pack of salt and pepper, a Turkish Airlines TK1933 scented refresher towelette was also included with the utensils kit. The main course contained a squash curry, another curry with chickpeas, and some sort of bread. Overall, the meal was okay, a bit on the dry side. The lavatory on board this Turkish Airlines 777 was moderately spacious and seemed to have a sketchy-looking brown guy standing in there. Oh wait, that's me. The sink area, although not flashy, looked fairly aesthetic. Amenities included soap, eau de cologne, a bottle of lotion, sanitary napkins, air sickness bags, more napkins, and toilet seat covers. What I found interesting was that the lavatory was sealed off with a security seal, making sure no one could pull off a catch-me-if-you-can style escape from the lavatory. The entertainment system on board this Turkish 777 contained a decent selection of movies and TV shows from across the world, a modest array of music content, handful of games, and a few live TV channels were also present. There was also a kids section with a variety of kids content. The My Flight section consisted of a flight tracker and unfortunately no cameras that could be viewed on board this 777. The Discover section had information about Turkish Airlines and Istanbul, and finally a More section where you could find the Holy Quran, delightful stories, and a variety of other content such as podcasts, audiobooks, and also a feedback survey that could be completed on board. Wi-Fi was available on board, and passengers could choose between 3 packs: a chat pass for $5, a 100 MB internet pass for $8, or an unlimited internet pass for the duration of this 6-hour flight for $15. Passengers who were Turkish Airlines Miles and Smiles members were extended the courtesy of a free chat pass for the duration of this flight. We eventually made our way above the beautiful city of Istanbul and prepared for landing.
Alright guys, so I made it off the first Turkish Airlines flight. Turkish Airlines? Turkish Airways. Turkish Airlines. Made it off the first Turkish Airlines flight. That was alright. Wasn't too stoked by it. Anyways, let me just get out of the airport here and then let's go talk about it.
Alright guys, so finally my hair is long enough that I don't need to wear the hoodie anymore. But that is not what this video is about. This video is about Turkish Airlines Boeing 777. The hard product on board the 777 was decent. It was fairly similar to the Emirates and the Etihad 777. It did feel like the legroom and the seat width were slightly less than both Emirates and Etihad. Now, as for the soft product, the meals were decent, definitely not as much in quantity or as good as on board Emirates, Etihad, or Qatar. And as for the cabin crew, unfortunately on board this flight, the cabin crew wasn't amazing. They definitely weren't super friendly or warm, which, to be honest, caught me by a bit of surprise because every Turkish person I've met has been the exact opposite. They've been incredibly friendly and incredibly welcoming. In terms of cost, I don't don't have the exact cost for this leg of the trip, but doing a quick search, I see that Turkish Airlines is generally priced somewhere in between Qatar, Emirates, and Etihad. Now, this is what I would say. If you're getting a really good deal on Turkish Airlines and saving a decent amount of money as compared to the other Middle Eastern airlines, then maybe it's worth it. But even then, I would still err towards the side of booking one of the other Middle Eastern carriers, as the service on board, and also in the case of Etihad and Qatar Airways, the hard product on board is a lot better. Anyways, I'd love to hear from you guys now. What have your experiences on board Turkish Airlines been like? Have they been similar to mine? Would you recommend them to someone? Also, in an upcoming video, I'll be flying the Turkish Airlines 787 Dreamliner on a 14 to 15 hour long haul flight. So stay tuned to find out what my experience on board the Dreamliner is going to be like. Anyways guys, as always, thanks for watching, and if you like content like this, then consider subscribing, as I'll be releasing weekly videos reviewing airlines from across the world. Alright guys, see you on the next one.